Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me, I'm fired up and rearing to go, and I haven't even had my third cup of coffee yet. If you like telescopic handlers, you're going to love today's episode. So without further ado, let's roll that intro and get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Thursday, the 7th of October, and as that ever-present guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, we raise a glass to Merlo's new electric telehandlers. Ross Contracting and Volvo battle Big Blue. We're going underground with Manitou. Again, a prototype Dozer is brought to book, and I have received some fan art, which surely now means that I'm actually famous at long last. We'll get to all of that in just a second. But first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless is celebrating a birthday on this day of days.
Happy birthday!
Right, we'll quickly gloss over the fact that today marks the birthday of Heinrich Himmler. Instead, it's many happy returns to Archbishop Desmond Tutu, to writer and TV presenter, the late Clive James, to singer and songwriter John Mellencamp, who has apparently now dropped the cougar from his name, to ice skater Jane Torville, and to the worst thing to happen to music since the day Elvis died, Simon Cowell. Also, happy birthday to Radiohead frontman Tom York, and to footballer Jermaine Defoe. And I dare not, let the day pass without saying happy birthday to Russian leader and part-time bear wrestler Vladimir Putin. I'm sure he wouldn't infect anyone with Novichok just for forgetting his birthday, but hey, better safe than sorry. So many happy returns to them, one and all. And while I'm about it, many happy returns also to Louise Carney, the person who bravely keeps the press rabble in check at each and every Plantworks show. I've known Lou for well over 30 years. She actually went to school with my wife. I don't know who I pity most in that. And we're also about to appear together as part of a quartet on Peter Haddock's 50th Concept and Media podcast, which is due to drop any day now. So look out for that. We'll keep you posted just as soon as that one lands. If you're familiar with the Merlo brand of telescopic handlers, you will know that they are green in colour. Well, now they're green in another way too. Should I say. Last night, the Italian company drew back the curtain on its new Eworker line of electric telehandlers. And as you have surely come to expect by now, we can exclusively show you those new machines. Are you ready? Good, because here we go. said it before and I'll say it again, the electric revolution will be televised. You can actually find out more if you have a look in the chat. I've posted a link. You can actually watch the entire launch event. It lasts for about half an hour, all in video form. You can find a link to that in the chat. We've got some more telescopic handler action for you a bit later in the show, but first we're off to the US to see how an American demolition contractor is using several new Volvo machines to tackle a building that once belonged to IBM. This is Ross Contracting versus Big Blue.
When we started in business, it was my wife and I, my brother, and then my brother-in-law. And then we grew from there to 130 employees. And we have an excellent core group of people. I couldn't be more proud of our employees. I feel that we have the best in the business. So this project was originally built by IBM. The combined square footage of the two buildings is around 550,000 square feet that we're tearing down. We've been gutting it, and now we're in the process of dismantling it. The owner of the property is Manitou, and they are developing a new site here. It's going to be called Progress Labs at 700 North Frederick Avenue.
Dan bought his first wheel loader from us when he started in business about 25 years ago, and we've been kind of pushing forward ever since. Dan was awarded this project at the end of last year, and when he was awarded, he had to find some equipment. I mean, he went and looked at the CAT, he looked at some other products, but what really sold him on especially the 480 high reach, was the purpose-built of the machine, basically purpose-built for the project.
The two machines that I bought specifically are equipped from the factory, designed and built by Volvo. They are 100% demolition machines.
I've been running a Volvo 380, and it seems like a very nice machine. The straight boom is easier to operate. You have more vision drawing it to you and away from you. It's simple, smooth, responsive, quiet, very nice cab, power, but you can also use it finesse. You can get in between beams and all that stuff and not have to worry about hitting anything. It's a big help for the operator.
So we bought the Volvo EC380 straight boom because it has 9 feet greater pin height and 3 feet greater pin length. The camera system in the machine is amazing. The dust suppression is very good. It blows a lot of water. The machine is extremely smooth to operate, and it's very, very controllable. It makes the machine very productive and precise. The Oil Quick system is really nice because we can take an attachment off instead of trying to fight with an attachment that doesn't exactly do the job you're doing at the moment. You can unhook it, put it on the tool that you want, do that work with it, unhook it. It takes about a minute to swap tools. We found it to be very productive. It's an amazing product, and it works very well with Volvo. Our dealer, McClung Logan, is so excellent to work with. The support is great, and Volvo's support is also great. We strive to bring quality to the work, assembled an amazing team of men and women that get it done every day.
I do love me a Volvo Demolition excavator, although I have to say my main takeaway from that is I really want one of those American-style hard hats.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
Okay, I promised you more telehandler action, and even though it's unusual in my line of business, I am a man of my word. Our regular viewers might recall that Manitou recently gave us a sneak preview of a new telehandler designed specifically for underground mining applications. In fact, we actually featured it on the launch episode of the Site Equipment Show. Well, now the company has revealed a little bit more about that new machine. Check this out. That really is quite a tool. I've got no specific desire to go underground, but I'd love to see one of those in action.
Axoft and Svantec are your high-end partners for noise, vibration, dust and air quality systems, sensors and software. To find out more, visit axoft.co.uk or call 01234 639 550.
If someone had asked me ahead of the ConExpo 2020 exhibition which manufacturer would unveil a real showstopper of a machine, I probably would have guessed at Caterpillar or Liebherr or one of the other big-name OEMs. What I didn't expect was the unveiling of a prototype dress-dirt machine that would effectively redraw the very nature of dozer design. Let's remind you of what that machine looks like. I remember talking to the team on the Lugon Grester stand in Las Vegas and asking how they'd managed to throw away almost 100 years of accepted Dozer wisdom and to take the design in an entirely new direction. Well, I don't need to wonder any longer. The company has produced a limited edition book that charts the design process behind the TD16N Dozer. And yesterday, one of the designers on the machine, Gary Major, sent me a copy. There you are. So as soon as today's show is over, I am planning to make myself a large cup of tea so that I can dive into this superb book. I've already had a very quick flick through, and it looks amazing. And it's already at least partly answered my question about the origins of the Dozer, rather. And it began with a single, very understated sentence from the man who had the original vision for the new machine, Ed Wagner. And he simply said, "I've had this great idea for a Dozer. I can't wait to read how that came to fruition." Now, speaking of things arriving unexpectedly at demolition news towers, look, I am well aware of the fact that I can be a bit of an arse. Even though I constantly claim that I don't like to be in front of a camera, here I am 5 days a week, sometimes more, waffling on about this or that. 160 odd daily shows, and I have so far managed to keep my ego largely in check. Right up until yesterday. Yesterday, I received a message containing what I can only describe as a piece of fan art, all the way from the US of A. Entirely unprompted, a guy called Armin Jan has produced an avatar of me. Check this out. I have to say, I'm absolutely blown away with that. I even think he's managed to de-age me a little bit. Having received that avatar, which I will be using elsewhere, I reached out to Armin Jan, who created that avatar, and I can tell you that he charges about $50 to produce those astonishing images. So if you'd like to get yourself one, you'll find a link to Armin Jan on his LinkedIn profile in the chat right now. I'd strongly suggest you go and get one because I must admit, feeling quite pleased with myself right about now.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up today's show. I will roll the outro in just a second before hopping over into the chat because it's been very busy this morning. See what you've all got to say for yourself. I'll be back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place for more of this old stuff and nonsense. But until then, stay safe. Look after yourself, your family, your friends and your colleagues. And thanks for watching.